Hi, welcome to Miss Yeager's phonics structures class. Today we are going to be learning about open syllables. This is going to be part A, where we're going to look at some examples, and then part B is where we're going to practice writing them. Okay, so we have a few goals today. I want to make sure that we know how to apply the rules for identifying an open syllable, to know how to read an open syllable. So if we don't know the rules for it, then it's going to be hard to know how to read the syllable. We also want to make sure we remember the vowel sound an open syllable and a closed syllable makes. So if we don't remember which vowel sound it makes, that's going to be hard to know. And then we want to practice and know how to write open syllables, especially within multi-syllable words. So that's our big goal overall. All right. We're going to start off with two basic words that we are familiar with and see all the time. For example, the word she. I want you to think about the word she and pay close attention to this vowel here. What vowel sound does the sh, e, what does it say? E, right? And this is a long E sound. Remember, a long E says its own name. A short E says eh. So long E is E. And where is that vowel located in the syllable? If this is a syllable here, where's the vowel located? It's at the end. This is an open syllable. And that's because there's nothing behind it, because look to the right. There's nothing there. And we're going to use an open door to represent an open syllable, to kind of keep that in mind, that the E has nothing, no consonant behind it. So therefore, it's just open. And we can use an example on a piece of paper like this too. So I would also guide you to getting paper if you want to practice and make your own little open doors and closed doors where you have the open syllable on the inside, but we're going to close it in with this door. Okay, so let's move on to the next one though, so we can see. Let's just think about another open syllable. No. What kind of sound does that O say? No. It says O. And when you hear that, it's a long O sound, not short. Short O is ah. Long O is O. And where's the vowel located? It's at the end of the syllable. And notice, look at the right. Nothing is there. So this is an open door, which is also known as an open syllable. And remember, we use that hand for open because our hands are open. When we have closed syllables, we use the fist, closed. Well, let's look at she and no. Let's see if we can close the door behind it. And now it has a consonant behind it and says what? Shed. It's no longer an E sound, it's a eh sound, which is a short E sound. But that's because, notice where the vowel is. It's no longer at the end of the syllable. The end of the syllable is where the consonant D is. So when we look to the right, we see the consonant and it's closing it in. So this is known as a closed syllable. All right, look at no. Again, we have a door and we're going to close that door. Oops, it didn't make my little sound effect there. Here you go. And it says not. It no longer says oh, like no. It says ah, not. And we have our vowel. Notice that it's closed in by that consonant. So when you look to the right, there's a consonant there, and it is a closed syllable. All right, we're going to go to a couple more examples. We have the letter A that can hang out by itself, like when you say a car is driving down the street. And then you have the syllable, what's this say? See, see. Now, not as in like seeing something with our eyes, or even like the body of water, like a sea. This is just an open syllable. It's possible you could see this in a longer word. And that's why it's important for us to practice even with syllables that don't make sense to us, that don't seem to make a word. So we're going to practice the same thing. A, long A, the vowel is at the end of the syllable. There's nothing behind it. When you look to the right, nothing's there. It's an open door, open syllable. Look at C. It says E. It has the vowel at the end of the syllable. Nothing is to the right of the syllable. It's an open door or open syllable. Now we're going to close these in. And kind of like what we did earlier, just kind of think about this if you want to make some at home. You can have she, shed, she, shed. You can make these where you have the consonant on the door part so that you recognize, oh, this is now a closed syllable, open syllable. All right, let's practice with A. We're going to close that door, and it says no longer A, but A. Short A says ash. Our vowel is now closed in because there is a digraph or consonant to the right of the vowel, and this is a closed syllable. We've got C, and we're going to close that door, and now it says set. You have a sound. It's not E, but because it is closed in with that consonant to the right, and it's a closed syllable. So what are you noticing about what kind of vowel sound does a open syllable make? It's long, a long vowel sound. What kind of vowel sound does a closed syllable make? Short vowels. Okay, let's keep going. We got one more example here, or two more types. We have the letters just hanging out by themselves are I, and U. It would just say long I if it's hanging out by itself. Like even just when you see the word I, like I'm going to do something, it's in a sentence, I. Or a vowel behind it, or a vowel is at the end of the syllable because it's just by itself. You look to the right, there's nothing there, so it's open. Okay, open syllable. U. A long U can say you, but it can also say oo in certain words. So we got U, and we're going to look to the right of it. There's nothing there, so that's why it's going to say a long U sound, and it's a open syllable. Well, let's take these two letters and we're going to close them in. We're going to close that door, and we have the consonant ick, or the consonant k, and add it to the ick. So we're going to say a short I sound, ick. Our vowel, look to the right, there's a consonant, and this is a what kind of syllable? Closed syllable. We have our door, we're going to close that door, and we're going to add that consonant there, and we have a short U sound. It's no longer U, but up. And we have the vowel closing it in. The consonant is behind it. To the right, what type of syllable is this? Closed. All right. After this, you're going to be watching part B. Okay,